Abby here, Purple Cottage Crafts, and this video is kind of hard for me to film and share because of the mass amount of craft supplies and furniture things that I have. But I want to do this so I can make sure that my craft supplies fit in my two craft rooms. That's the downstairs floor over there, and that's the upstairs up there. And I'm going to have some exterior storage outside. We're going to have a couple of racks from Costco, so I can put like my Christmas and fall crafts and things like that into some totes, and they're not like in my actual main crafting space. And then the stairs are going to be actually ripped out, widened, and made actually to code. I'll show you a little bit closer. So I'll have the under the stair area for storage as well. So this is an accumulation of I'd say close to 25 years, actually, yeah, 25 years worth of crafting stuff. And some of it's been purchased for me by my husband and for birthdays and things like that. So it is a lot. And as I say every time I kind of do these videos, I am in no way, shape, or form bragging. Please do not think that. That is not me at all. I just been doing it for a long time, so I have a lot of things. And I am now getting to the phase where they're almost done with the construction as far as on the bottom floor. There's still some electrical to get done. And I think a few, like the baseboards, after we get painted and everything like that. So I thought what I would do is kind of go ahead and come out here a little bit each day and start to do a massive purge of what I have, because there are a lot of things out here that I don't even really use. Like before we moved to Florida in 2016, those items were put in a box and they sat in the garage in the tote or box in Florida for over 2 years. I never even opened those items and used them. So clearly I don't need some of that stuff. Notice I say some, not all, because I am so attached to my stuff. So I know it's kind of trendy right now with the whole Marie Kondo type of stuff. I know Lindsay the Frugal Crafter has done a series. I'll link her below since I'm mentioning her. And also Marta with Marry Me Small Art. I will link her below as well. And Marta, I haven't watched all of Marta's yet, but I started watching this other lady I found, and I can't think of her name off the top of my head. I'll put it in the video when I go to edit on the screen, and I'll link her below too. And she was doing kind of the Marie Kondo thing, but I liked her spin on it because she wasn't so much focusing on what makes her happy, what gives her joy, or whatever, that whole vibe is. And because if I try to separate my stuff from things that don't bring me joy versus things that do bring me joy, I will get rid of nothing, because everything I have means something to me. I mean, a memory of different shopping trips with my girlfriends out picking, or different vintage finds like my gym basket system, that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to do a deep purge and go through because it's like perfect time for me to do this, because I need to start going through all the totes and boxes. And I'm going to pull these off and I'll show you what's underneath here in just a little bit. It's all covered from the construction. Yeah, that's really going to keep dust out, right? But I ran out of sheets to use. I didn't want to use our good linen out here. So, but I'll cover that in just a little bit, and you can kind of get a peek at what's here. But I just totally lost track what I was saying. What was I talking about? Oh, that I have to take stuff out of all the different boxes and totes and storage things to put them in my room anyway. So this is a perfect time for me to spend some time, an hour or two out here a day, as long as, my facial pain will allow me to do that, and kind of start sorting and sifting through things. And so what this means for all of you, not only do you get to see Abby organized and kind of, it's like kind of like the preview to my new craft room debut type of thing. So I'm going to be having a few different piles for things, obviously things I'm going to be keeping. And then I have some stuff set aside for my crafty friends, just certain things I think that they would probably like. And then I'm going to be selling and donating a lot of stuff. So one of our neighbors across the street, she is a school teacher at a grade school. So she already took, those, I got rid of them already, but they're like the Sterilite type things like this, but they're wider. I don't know the dimensions of it. I can't. Anyway, I'll try to flash a picture up here if I remember to do that. And it has like the 3-set drawers, like you can put like, linens or whatever you want to with their plastic. I had probably 12 of those, and they worked fine in my room in Florida, not a problem. But when I set things on it, like other boxes, and not like heavy boxes, but things like, linens and paper flowers, that kind of stuff, those things aren't the most sturdy. And so I didn't want to use them anymore. So I gave all of those to the school teacher across the street. She was trying to pay me. I said, absolutely not. I said, because I worked for a school district for over 10 years, and I know my cousin's a school teacher, and I know that they don't make enough, and a lot of the supplies and things for their classrooms comes from their pocket. So if I can help by providing storage solutions like these, like they are tickled to get these. Now, I'm only keeping the ones that are clear and the ones that are purple. Yes, they are fantastic. I love those things, but I don't like the blue, pink, and the orange. I just don't like it. It actually kind of, so I guess that would be one thing with the Marie Kondo thing. Those colors do not bring me joy. I love the storage space, but now that I'm having a permanent place to craft, I don't need to have all of my supplies in stackable storage things. So some of these, I'll see if she wants those, and if she doesn't, I'll probably just sell those locally. And then those drawer units over there, I'm going to be emptying those out because I'm going to have a permanent, custom built wood paper holder display type of thing. So that's the kind of stuff I'm going to be doing. And some of the larger things, like I might hang on to those ones for just a little bit, because my room isn't going to be like 100% done, like where everything's where I want it to be. And I have my vintage chandelier. I haven't found that yet. So there are going to be some things that are going to be kind of like a work in progress, which is completely fine, because, we have the rest of the house we want to like start doing remodeling on, in the kitchen, that kind of stuff. So I'm just very blessed to have what I have. I would have been tickled pink just to have a table out here like I was doing temporarily. So I'm very grateful for every bit. Oh my goodness, I've been talking for almost 7 minutes. Good grief, Abby. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera off. I'm going to get the sheets off so I can go watch them, because the dirty construction. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll come back on camera and I will kind of walk you through kind of my process for getting this kind of a deep purge organized type of a situation. So I will see you in just a little bit. Okay, so I don't want to give away too much, but I thought I'd go ahead and give you a little sneak peek of my beautiful, beautiful flooring that just got put in last week or two, somewhere around there. So we're not just me, but Steve and Kaylee, and probably one of my girlfriends, it's going to come over, and we're going to kind of, bang out the painting, hopefully in one day, a couple of us downstairs, a couple of us upstairs, and then the baseboard will go in, because I don't want to mess with having to tape off the baseboard and not make a mess on, the white baseboard. So just going to do it this way. So that's just a little sneak peek of my flooring. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. So let me talk about the stairs since I'm here. Now, some of this might be repetitive because I have done a couple kind of like sneaky peek things of my new space and that kind of thing. So I apologize if this is like completely repetitive for you. You can fast forward if you want to another part of the video. So that's the staircase again, going up. The staircase is not code. We have no idea how we passed the inspection when we were in the process of purchasing the home. But it's pretty scary. I'm not really allowed to go up there unless Kaylee or Steve is out here, because I have a tendency to fall since I had my brain surgery. And so I'm very careful and cautious when I do, but that's definitely going to get fixed ASAP. So that's great. So this is my temporary table. I forgot to uncover this one, but this is what I was working on, and I did a couple of videos on this. So I'll bore you with that part again. Okay, so over here, obviously stuff from when they took the rims apart. So these clear containers, that you kind of seen here, some of these have been packed since, like I said, before we moved. Some even before I had my surgery in 2015, because Abby is a hoarder. Okay, I'm gonna admit it, you all know it, but I'm a clean hoarder. I'm not dirty. All my stuff was clean and packed and everything. You probably wouldn't know that I have OCD by looking at all this mess. I do, I promise you. I wish I didn't, but I do. So once I get, and so it's been kind of making me itchy having all my stuff kind of like this. I don't like it. So these kind of containers, definitely keeping the lilac ones. I love those. Got those at Target, and some smaller ones too. And once they come out with more, when I'm in there, I'm going to be buying more of those because I love them because they're purple. So these types of containers, the clear ones and with the purple ones, those are what I'm going to be using for craft storage moving forward, for things that are not going to be in my physical craft rooms. And just because I can see through and see what's in there, that kind of a thing. So I've been using in the past, the ones that are solid, or kind of the ones that are for like Christmas geared or whatever, the kind of funky lids and stuff. I don't want to store my stuff in in those types of containers anymore, because I don't have to because we're not going to be moving again in 3 to 4 years like we've been doing with Steve's career, so his profession. So we're here, and I kind of getting my brain trained to, I don't have to, keep trying to find my supplies in various, totes and boxes and stuff. And I'm just very excited about it. So, oh, those are new. I got these from Hobby Lobby. Aren't these beautiful? Look at these. I got these probably about a month ago, maybe. Aren't those just gorgeous, you guys? I bought them because they were 50% off. I don't pay full price for artificial flowers because they're pretty pricey to me anyway. But aren't these beautiful? These are definitely going to get displayed in my craft room for sure. And Laurel, I thought about you when I got my purple stuff. I'll link her below since I mentioned her name. And she and I are in the process of almost a year-long purple swap. We just keep gathering things for each other, and we're just kind of taking our time, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. But that's a different note. So, oh, these are the other containers I was telling you about. I got those at Target too, and I love them. They're really, really cool. So some of these things are in boxes because I wrote on the boxes before, we put things into the moving truck. So some things I will not be opening because I know it's just straight up Christmas craft or fall craft, or maybe more like spring type of stuff. So those kind of things are going to stay packed in the totes, unless they're in like the solid ones, and I'll move them into a clear tote. But I'm really going to be focusing on like my actual craft supplies, which are in the boxes. And oh my gosh, I ordered that from Amazon. I think Angie, I'll link her too. Anybody's name that I mentioned, shop, website, whatever, I always link them in the description box below. Angie is to blame for this. 100%. She sent me the link and I was like, oh, I got to get it. So I got it. Anyway, so like these I organized before I left. Like this one has some, I'm working on some, I started 5 tome covers before I had to pack up my stuff, and I started some journal stuff, and so I organized them in this one and a couple of them down over here, so I can pull those out and just start completing the different journals and books that I'm working on. So that'll be nice and easy. Let's see here. So, a lot of these things are my carts, and they've been dug into. We did some not shrink wrap, but the big roll of plastic wrap from Costco. We did that kind of a thing. And since I've been crafting a little bit more, I have kind of torn into them and stuff. So the items on these carts will stay as they are, because I did go through my carts and some of my other storage unit pieces before we moved. I kind of did a purge a little bit, but not as deep of a purge as I need to do. So I have some things in like my library card catalog drawers that I can definitely thin out. Same thing like with that big tote, which is cracked anyway. That held my 2 carousels that I have on there on my table. So those kind of things I'll go through. And just kind of, that's my planner stuff. Some of it right there. Zoop, right there, some of my plannery stuff. This is the Lilac Frost or Lavender Frost collection from Prima. I am so sidetracked, you guys. I'm just like, I don't know what's wrong with me today, because I'm just really excited. So in this bag, or excuse me, this basket here, you can see a bunch of different 12 by 12 kits, and some of these are different things I've made, or not made, but purchased from different, .coms and Shopify and stuff like that. So in there, and this one down here that's still covered, I don't want to unwrap it yet. Those are full. This basket here, and it goes from here to there, this whole length of the black. Those are full of the 12 by 12 Cocoa Daisy Kit of the Month subscription kits. A few years back, one of my presents from Steve was a 2-year subscription to Cocoa Daisy, and there I have a whole bunch of videos. I'll link that playlist below if you're interested in kind of getting a peek at those, I guess. But they come with like, each kit, it came with like a pack of thickers, washi tape, a stamp set, inks, all kinds of really cool stuff. And I haven't really used any of them. I'm embarrassed to admit that, but I haven't, because I've kind of moved away from scrapbooking as much as I used to do it. So I'm definitely going to be going through these, and then what I want to do is, I don't want to really sell, I don't know, I haven't decided. Let me not talk about how I'm going to sell stuff until I've actually decided, so I'm not confusing anybody. So that kind of stuff is going to be sifted through. There are 2 sides. I can only get to the one side right now, obviously, but I'm definitely going to be going through all of the baskets on both sides of this unit and purging some stuff. I mean, I have stamp sets. I have different punches that I don't really, use. And I kind of want to get away from just kind of keeping things just because I want to keep things. I don't want to do that. So, and a lot of my stuff, it's in some boxes. Steve is going to be hanging these on part upstairs, part downstairs, and I'm going to be displaying some different things in my craft room. Those are the old printer press trays. I can't really, I don't think I'm tall enough to show you guys. You can kind of see what those look like. So he bought these for me in Florida, and I had some before we moved. Now, I did film a video of me working on this project, but I ended up deleting it because it was just too crazy. And this was a red pie safe that I got from a estate sale. And Steve and I worked on it together, and he did most of this because it was hard for, just with my facial pain to bend down and run a hand, sander and stuff. It was just, he has helped me. I'm trying to spit out. So, but I am not 100% sold on this one yet. I'm going to be changing it up a little bit, and you'll see that down the road. It definitely is not a priority right now, so I'm going to leave it like it is. There was screens in the front, but they had like food or something on them, and I couldn't get it off, so I just checked it. It was kind of like this kind of a screen, but those are clean, of course. And what's in here, and these are covered because of them, literally cutting boards and stuff right outside this RV bay door, so I kept everything covered. So these are from my wedding. We had those on the reception tables. I know it's not really pertinent to the video, but there you go. So I have different totes and additional, oh my goodness, let me just pull this down. If I can do it, there we go. Because they're, like I said, they're done with that stuff. So I have some different, I have loose wire vintage metal gym baskets. I have combination of, this was from Walmart. I painted it purple. That's Dollar Tree. And then just the fabric totes you can kind of get anywhere. So this is not how this is going to be stored in my room, as far as like this, possibly on the bottom and the bottom two drawers, because when this is closed you can't really see it, but I want these to be a little bit more decorative. So I'm going to be going through fabrics and textiles that I have, just different just different trims and whatnot, and just kind of going through and purging stuff. And then what I want to do is I have and I'll wait until I get these put together before I just in case I change my mind about something. I don't want to be too confusing for everybody, but I'm going to be doing something kind of cool with the different fabrics and things I'm going to be selling. So over here, this is a mass of stuff from a estate sale. I didn't even get a chance to film this for you guys. I'm not going to, because it was like in October, I think. So whatever, it's kind of older stuff. And then over here, I got it. Oh my gosh, I'm like 10 minutes again. Woo! This is a vintage metal auto parts organizer thing from an old auto parts store. And how many times can I say auto part? Jeez. So I'm going to get the yellow stickers off because I don't care for yellow. I'm not real thrilled with the brown, but I don't think I want to take the time right now to focus on painting this, because it's something I can do anytime. I can take my stuff out and pull this out into the RV bay or outside and paint it and put it back in. It's not like mission critical, because there's something I definitely want to get painted before I put it in my room, and I'll show you that in just a little bit. So this is going to be really cool. This is a lot of organization in here for me, and I love it. And there's a pedestal that is not attached, so that's something that's going to be going in my room, and I'm pretty happy about that one. Sorry, I'm trying not to make you guys dizzy by taking you around too much. And then over here, all of this that you can see, this is just some of it, but this is like all like my 12 by 12 paper pads, 6 by 6, 8.5 by 11, that kind of stuff. And it goes down to the floor there. And there's a few odds and ends, of course. This all down here is paper, and then just some more of that. So I won't have my wood paper trays built yet on the wall, because as I was saying, it's gonna be kind of like a progression type of thing for my room. But I'm going to have the capability of getting to my papers though without them being in the rack. So a couple of our nephews are going to come over. I think we're just paying them like, pizza and soda and whatever. They're going to come over and they're going to take up all this kind of heavy stuff for me upstairs. And what I can do is at least get my paper pads and stuff out of the boxes and stacked on the floor. That is much better, because I keep digging in here and grabbing different boxes. I didn't write on top what paper pads. I just said 12 by 12 paper pads, 6 by 6, that kind of thing. And I'm going to be doing another purge of my papers as well. I did a little tiny bit before we moved, but it wasn't enough. These are just recent thrifting finds. These are some old science lab containers I got. Got these at Tuesday morning. I thought about painting these, but I'm not sure yet, because I might want to put them in the house. I haven't decided. So this is goes in the living room, but kind of hard to show you because we got stuff in front of it right now and I don't want to move too much stuff around. But this is a vintage Duncan 5 sideboard. This has always been in the main part of our house, and we had the TV on it because since we're always leasing, we didn't we didn't want to put like a bunch of holes and mounting brackets and whatnot. But this is going to go into my craft room and it's going to get painted. I will when I watch this back to edit it, I will throw in a picture from Pinterest, and I'll put a direct link to in the description box because I'm want to give credit where credit is due. But I'm going to be doing a treatment on this, kind of pulling from Debbie's Design Diary and from Jamie with Jamie Ray Vintage on some of their chippy paint jobs. This is going to hold like different bits of fabric and linens and things like that. I have a lot, so I'm definitely going to be going through those things as well. So it's 4 drawers here, and then it's a drawer right there, and then that's a door like opens up. So I already have some of my different fabrics and stuff in there now, but I'm going to be going through that as well. And this is kind of a viable what my craft room is going to look like as far as decor and everything. Stuff over here is more of just different thrifting finds and things I've gotten in Florida. That's the side of the sideboard. So there's that. This is so cool. I'm so glad I kept this, you guys. One of my sisters, she works in kind of like a coffee house / gift shop type of thing, and we're gonna throw this in the dumpster, and she's like, oh, I think my sister might like it for a craft room, and I'm thrilled. I had a tall one that was like, you know, like you would find like in a card store or something like that, but I ended up selling that before we moved because it was just a little bit too big to have in my crafting space. So there's that. Here's the other side of the gym system, and these are some flat files down here. I've got some different bits of papers and stuff that I can go through. Let's see, I'm trying to think what else I can show you guys that I'm going to be going through. It's just basically everything that you see here is going to get a good going over and purging some stuff and downsizing and donating, selling, gifting, that kind of stuff. So I'm really looking forward to doing that because I have a permanent crafting space. I'm so excited. I can't already stand it. Oh, I'm so excited, you guys. So anyway, so these are some wood paper trays. I'm going to keep these. If I was to ever sell them, I'd sell them locally, of course, because it would just be horrendous in shipping for the freight and stuff. But there's 2 units, and I got a couple different treatment ideas that I want to do for this. I've kept these in the natural state because I wanted to wait until I got a permanent craft room. But my husband found these for me at a yard sale, so they're pretty cool. They hold my 8.5 my open stock 8.5 11 paper pack, so I love it. And just different, you know, trinkets and things that I found along the way that I got from HSN. And painted it purple, of course. And then I have this really cool bread box back there. I'm so excited to actually have a place to use that in my craft room. I'm just super excited. So not everything out here is just mine. Like those bigger boxes, those have like some of our artwork and stuff for the house, because we're, you know, we don't want to bring a lot of our house decor stuff in until we get the carpet ripped up and the hardwood put down and that kind of stuff. So not everything is mine. Pretty much close to all of it, but not all of it's mine. Okay, so I think I'm going to go and wrap this up because I feel like I'm just totally gabbing here, not really making too much more sense. But like, this is some more stuff. This is my table, real quick. This is my table I've been crafting on for probably 8 years. No, 11 or 12 years before Steve and I got married. So that's I'm going to be using this in my room again, but that's going to get painted and kind of shabbied up a little bit more. So that's one of my tables. And Steve's going to be building my other table, a couple more tables, I should say. All right, so this is kind of like a, hey, what's going to be coming up, kind of like a heads up on some crafty purges I'm going to be doing. And then also it will kind of keep me accountable that I kind of control what I have and kind of trying to let go of things that I don't need anymore or that I don't use. Because, you know, just like fashion, at least for me, my crafting styles changed throughout the years. I mean, my aesthetic is a little bit different than it was even 2-3 years ago. And so some of this is like, you know, a quarter of a century old. And so I need to pass those things on and not just keep it just to keep it. And then also kind of like a little bit of an organization / new craft room type of stuff. So I'm not sure what playlist this is going to go into because it's kind of all over the place, but probably crafty organization, I'm guessing. And if you are not subscribed to me, I would love it if you did. And then if you click that little bell, you'll get notified anytime I upload a new video. And if you're interested in seeing any of the different, lots of things that I'm going to be, or bundles of things I'm going to be selling, that way you'll be notified when I do. Because I'm not going to come back on camera and say, okay, I might, scratch that, I might. But just in case you don't miss anything, just click that bell and you'll be notified as soon as I upload a video. So I think that's pretty much it. So a little embarrassed to show this because I know it looks like a hoarder's house or something. But, I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there. It's going to get done. I'm going to downsize some stuff, pass things on to people who would, maybe can't afford to purchase certain types of crafting supplies or whatever. And then I love going to the online Facebook groups and, like off of Facebook Marketplace, like garage sale and stuff like that. When other people are purging their crafty stuff, I like to get in on that if the items are things I don't have or things I used to have but I got rid of or whatever. So I know I'm not the only person who likes to watch and look for de-stash, I guess you could call them, videos or whatever. So that's going to be coming. Today is the 23rd of February. I'm probably not going to start out here until the 1st of next week. I've already begun kind of the purge process. I've moved some things into the house because it is pretty cold out here, and kind of going from there. So I'm really excited about it, and I hope that all of you will be excited to kind of follow me on my journey of purging, organizing, and moving into my new crafting space. It's just a really huge thing in my life, and I want to share with all of you and kind of go from there. So I'm really going to stop talking now. I'm so sorry, you guys. So I'll see you in my next video. So happy scrapping, happy planning, happy crafting, and I will see you soon. Bye.